Hello all. In this video, we'll be talking about parallel resonance. Okay. So there will be some similarities as well as some dissimilarities in parallel resonance with respect to series resonance. So let us start the topic. Parallel resonance. Okay. The simplest representation is that in a circuit, resistance, inductance, and capacitance everybody connected in parallel. However, this is a purely parallel circuit. In some certain applications, you will see that RL series with RL parallel. I mean to say a combination of these three elements: RC series with L parallel, R LC series with R parallel. So in that case, the scenario becomes different. But L and C ultimately will be in parallel to each other, or somehow in a series parallel combination. So in this regard, earlier I have already stated, in case of parallel circuit, the concept of admittance will come into play. Okay, and you know that admittance is 1 by R plus 1 by j omega L plus 1 by j omega C. Okay, I am writing in parallel admittance. The admittance of resistive branch is 1 by R. So here the equivalent admittance will be the summation of y1 plus y2 plus y3. Okay, in case of admittance, the parallel circuit they are summed, just like in case of series circuit impedance or resistances are connected. In case of AC circuit, in a series network impedances are summation. In the same manner, in a parallel circuit admittances are in summation. So admittance of this equivalent circuit Y will be equal to Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. Y1 is the admittance of resistive branch, Y2 is that for the inductive, and Y3 is for capacitive branch respectively. So Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. Now what is Y1? Y1 is the admittance of the resistive network, and there is only resistive network, so admittance will be 1 by R only. On a similar note, admittance of this branch will be 1 by impedance. Okay, admittance is basically Y equal to 1 by Z or 1 by impedance, reciprocal of impedance. So impedance of a purely inductive network is what? 1 by j omega L. Impedance is j omega L, so admittance will be 1 by impedance, so 1 by j omega L. On a similar manner, the admittance of the capacitive branch will be 1 by j omega C. Okay, so as a whole it becomes 1 by R plus J. Now this omega C minus 1 by omega L, this is the effective admittance right now. At resonance, we see that the imaginary part becomes 0. In case of series resonance also, imaginary part of Z becomes 0. In case of parallel resonance, imaginary part of admittance becomes 0. So just equating the imaginary part only, that means J part only equal to 0, we can write that omega C is equal to 1 by omega L, or in other words, at a certain frequency, let it be omega naught, so that will be 1 by root LC, that is same with the series circuit, rad per second, or is 1 by 2 pi root LC hertz. Okay, now what happens in a graphical manner if I want to represent the admittance as a function of frequency, what happens is that with increase in frequency, first you see from this diagram, first admittance decreases, and after the resonance point it all again increases in the reverse way. Okay, and at this part, this point is resonance frequency omega naught, and here the admittance is 1 by r. Okay, so this is the scenario. Now if I want to draw the phasor diagram of parallel circuit, what happens? So we know that there are three parts in the current I, main current I. If you, okay, let me copy this circuit. Here in this diagram you can see that the main current is I. Okay, in this circuit you can see the main current is I, which is summation of three parts. There are three parts of the current. First one is passing through resistance, second one is passing through inductance, and the last one is passing through capacitance. So there are three parts in the current. Let us take it as common. So if that happens, then I can copy this circuit to the next slide. This will lead to a different scenario. Okay, let it copy the circuit. 1 minute. So here this is I, this is IR, this is IL, this is IC. Now I is the summation of these three parts, IR plus IL plus IC. What is IC? Okay, first let me tell you what is IR. That will be V by R. What is V? Voltage across the parallel combination, that is V. V by R. Okay. What is IL? IL is V by XL, or in other words V by J omega L, or in other words minus J V by omega L. What is IC? V by XC, in other words V by J omega L, sorry, V by 1 by J omega C, because XC itself is 1 by J omega C, so it becomes J omega C V. So if I want to draw the phasor diagram right now in parallel circuit, already I have told you that voltage is the reference phasor and the resistive part is in phase with voltage part, in phase component IR. Now the capacitive part will lead IC, will lead the voltage by 90 degree. On a similar note, inductive part will lag by 90 degree with the voltage. Clear? So now let's take this diagram from the graph again. Okay, the graph it would be shaky, so let me draw another time. This is omega, this is Y admittance. With change in frequency, this thing happens. Now this is your resonating point omega naught, this is the y equal to 1 by r. Here in this case admittance is purely conductive, there is no imaginary part, that's why it is minimum value. Now if we keep on at lower frequency side, that means here in this case LHS of the at the left side of this resonance point, what happens? If you look at this, you will see that actually what is impedance? Sorry, y equal to 1 by r plus j into omega c minus 1 by omega l. Clear? So at low frequency the circuit is having IC more prominent, so it will be a leading PF based circuit. On a similar note, just like the series resonance, here in this case it will be at high frequency, it will be lagging PF, okay, with increase in frequency. So when IL, why this is happening, you may ask me, sir, why this is happening? Now look at this diagram or look at this representation. We are concerned about the phasor diagram only, and in phasor diagram we know that I equal to V, take a common, 1 by R plus take J common, so there will be omega C minus 1 by omega L. That is the scenario. So when admittance is low, at that case what happens? Admittance is low means current is also low. So whatever admittance, because what is admittance? It is inverse to impedance. Now you know when impedance is minimum, current is maximum. I and Z, that is in this relationship. See, if you follow Ohm's law, V equal to IZ. In case of AC circuit, instead of V equal to IR, we write V equal to IZ. Or in other words, Vy equal to I. Clear? So if voltage is constant, parallel circuit, so I is proportional to Y. So that is the same. That's why we can draw it. And that's why I can write that in case of IL is greater than IC mod value, then it is lagging circuit, and when mod of IC is greater than mod of IL, we will write that the circuit is leading circuit. Okay, so that is the case. And now before proceeding next to the parallel resonance, more a little bit brief discussion regarding the quality factor in case of a parallel circuit. Let us discuss it. Now you know that in parallel circuit, what in case of any circuit, what is quality factor? Quality factor, just try to recall from the concept of series resonance. Quality factor, so this is equal to, I am going to not going to giving the definition, reactive power by active power on a very short note. Okay, so if I take a RL parallel circuit, R and L parallel circuit, in that case what will be quality factor? Let's make it this Q. Q equal to reactive power means V square by XC, because in parallel circuit voltage is constant, that's why instead of I square XC we are writing V square by XC divided by V square by R. So simplification is R by XL, or in other words R by omega L. L will be subscript, don't confuse it. Okay. In series circuit, what was that? Omega L by R. In parallel circuit, what is it? R by omega L. Now I am giving you one very important short trick. In case of series circuit, similar conditions, just like Thevenin and Norton, they are dual to each other. Similarly, series and parallel circuit are dual to each other. Series and parallel are known as dual to each other. Just like in series, what is resistance? In parallel, you represent the same formula with 1 by resistance. So I am just giving you one short trick. If you can remember the series circuit clearly, if the concept is clear, just replace wherever in series circuit, wherever R is there, put 1 by R. That will be valid for parallel. Similarly, when in series there is L, in parallel make it C. And in the same way, where in series circuit, where is C, there in parallel circuit, you make it L. So that is the trick. I am again repeating, listen to it very carefully. In all the formulas of series circuit, if you represent R with 1 by R, L with C and C with L, you will get the formula for similar parallel network. Just like here you can see, in series circuit, in RL series circuit, if you go to the notes, you will see that in RL series circuit, the quality factor was omega L by R. Now this omega L will be represented by 1 by omega, here in this case R by omega L, just the reverse thing. Okay, R by omega L. On a similar note, this is RC. The quality factor is represented by V square, reactive power, that means V square by Xc divided by V square by R. So it becomes R by Xc. So it is represented by X. What is Xc? You know Xc is 1 by omega c. So that means it becomes omega Cr. If you can remember, in case of RC series circuit, it was 1 by omega Cr. Now in parallel circuit, it is 1 by it is only 1 omega Cr. On a similar note, if I am having R, L and C, everybody in parallel, then I can write quality factor is R root C by L. I said that we represent L by C, C by L, R by 1 by R. Okay? Because in case of R LC series network, the quality factor is omega L by R, 1 by omega Cr. If I represent the value of omega equal to 1 by root LC, so it becomes 1 by R root L by C. So it is RLC series network. So for a RLC parallel network, it becomes R represented by 1 by R, C represented by L, I mean to say L represented by C and C represented by L. So they are dual to each other. So that is the formula. Clear? So this is the scenario what happens in a parallel network, unlike the same in a series network. Okay. So right now let's go back to the diagram again, the phasor circuit diagram I want to refer to. Let's copy. Paste it over here. That is the scenario. Now what happens is that if I want to measure IL, the current through the inductor, that is V by XL, which is V by J omega L. V is what? IR by J omega L, or R by omega L. That is what? And J is downside, so that means it will be minus J if I rationalize it. R by omega L is Q, so minus J into Qi. So current is amplified. So this is current resonance. Parallel resonance circuit is known as current resonance circuit 2, and it is also known as rejector circuit. It rejects certain band of frequencies. Okay. On a similar note, we can say that IC is V by XC, which is IR by 1 by J omega C, or in other words J omega CR into I, or J into Qi. Again it is also, you also see that here also minus JQi was across inductor plus JQi across the capacitor, and they are equal in magnitude though opposite in phase, hence they cancel each other, giving rise to parallel resonance. Next thing is bandwidth. So for bandwidth, we need to represent the signal again. This is current, this is frequency, omega naught, omega higher cutoff, omega lower cutoff. This is minimum current point. Impedance, current is minimum, that's why impedance is current is minimum, that's why impedance is maximum, or admittance is minimum. You can see here that I said that I is proportional to y, so the curve of y will be similar to that of I. So y by omega will be similar to I by omega. That's why this is valid. So this is the minimum current point, and let this be a current point where the current is root 2 of min 1. These points. Okay. In series resonance, I said that that was half power points. The existence of signal between two half power points was known as bandwidth. Now in case of parallel resonance, the concept is just reverse. That was accepting signal, a certain range of frequency that was passing, now it rejects certain range of frequency. So the concept is reverse. So in that case, instead of half power points, we will be knowing as double power points. Okay. So here power will be double. So P at resonance, P It will be double of minimum power points. There, so double power points. These are the double power points. Root 2 into minimum. In a similar concept to series resonance, we can say that P equal to 2 of P min. In other words, I square. So that means what? Okay, let it be P. P equal to 2 into I mean whole square into R. So it will be root 2. So that's why root 2 I mean this is the point. Clear? Now you can write that I equal to root 2 I minimum, or V into Y equal to root 2 into V into 1 by R. I minimum, their impedance part vanishes, I mean to say reactive part vanishes, imaginary part vanishes, only R stays. So we can say that Y square equal to 2 by R. What is Y square? 2 by R square, sorry. Root 2 becomes V cancels out, so Y square equal to 2 by R square. So Y square is what? 1 by R square plus omega C minus 1 by omega L whole square equal to 2 by R square. So you take this 1 by R square over this side, and simplification yields to two equations. First one is omega C minus 1 by omega L is equal to minus 1 by RC, that is equation number 1. Again in series circuit you would have gotten omega L minus 1 by omega C equal to minus R by L. I have said that in whatever formula you obtain in series circuit, represent R with 1 by R, L by C and C by L. You will get the similar formula. So now it becomes omega C minus omega 1 by omega L, that is equal to 1 by R. Sorry, RC, no, there will be only R. It will be only R. Now on a similar way you have to calculate to check the value of omega 1 and omega 2, or omega low will be on a similar note. Just like series circuit you proceed, you will check. I am saying that the replace R with 1 by R, C by L and L by C, you will get this formula. Just check it. 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC, and omega high will be minus 1 by 2 RC plus root over of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. So what is bandwidth? Bandwidth is omega high minus omega low, so that will be 1 by RC. That was in series circuit R by L, so R is represented by 1 by R and L is represented by C. So that is the case. 1 by RC, if I multiply both sides by omega naught, so it becomes omega naught by omega naught RC. Now that is actually omega naught by quality factor. Clear? and that's why we can also write quality factor is omega naught by omega bandwidth or omega h minus omega L. Okay, again omega L into omega h, multiply them to, you will get omega naught square. So in other words, omega naught is root over of omega 1 or omega high omega low. Clear? And in terms of hertz, this is bandwidth in terms of rad per sec. In terms of hertz, it will be 1 by 2 pi RC. Okay, because in hertz we have to divide the thing divided by 1 by 2 pi. So that is the case. Again, in terms of selectivity, next is in terms of selectivity. What do you do in terms of selectivity? Selectivity is A is proportional to, just like say circuit, it is inverse to bandwidth, and hence it is again inversely, bandwidth is inversely proportional to quality factor, so selectivity is proportional to quality factor. Okay, the concept is similar. You have to go for the bandwidth. See, the bandwidth here is wide compared to this circuit, bandwidth is low, so selectivity is more. Again, but this circuit, this is most selective. Clear? So the concept is similar, just with a series circuit. So that is the case. I am just writing the formulas here also for your benefit. The selectivity is 1 by bandwidth, so omega naught by omega 2 minus omega 1, because it is omega naught is what, 1 by root LC, and this omega 2 minus omega 1, that is 1 by RC. So it gives R equal to root C by L, which is the quality factor. Okay, so whatever, let's jot down the formulas for resonance. Formulas for resonance. So this column will give you the series resonance, this column will give you for, parallel resonance. So the resonant frequency omega naught. For series resonant, it is 1 by root LC. For parallel resonance also it is 1 by root LC or root 1 by LC. Next one is quality factor. For series resonant, it is omega L by R or 1 by R omega C or omega C or whatever you say, which is also known as 1 by R root L by C, also omega high minus omega low by omega naught. In case of parallel resonance, it becomes R by omega L, which is also R omega C or omega CR, which is also R root C by L, which is also omega naught by omega high minus omega low. Next one is omega high. In case of series resonance, it was minus r by L omega high, so minus r by 2L plus root over of r by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC. In case of parallel resonance, omega high is minus 1 by 2 RC plus 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. Similarly, you can write that omega low is, this is omega low, sorry, now we will be writing omega r, it is plus r by 2L plus root over of r by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC, and here in this case it would have been omega high is one by 2 RC plus root over of 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. Okay, and the last point is bandwidth, that is omega 2 minus or omega h minus omega L in every case. So in parallel circuit it was r by L, in series circuit it is 1 by RC. Clear? This is also equal to omega naught, if you multiply omega naught r by omega naught L, so r by omega naught L, so it would have been omega naught by Q. Here also on a similar note we can write this as omega naught by Q. So that's all. I will make another video explaining various types of numericals related to resonance circuit. So thank you, all the best.